every single gear with a man that danced like he was born in 49, but lost his groove. Back in ancient times, I wanna know what those replacement hips. Is that a Swatch watch? Do you know what time?
Guys, and welcome back to another exciting, high-octane, supercharged vlog about my The Fast and the Furious model movie car collection. So without further ado, guys, the next car in my The Fast and the Furious model movie cars from The Fast and the Furious 2001 is Jesse's Volkswagen Jetta 1995. You guys are probably a little bit surprised about that one, hey? So before we get into the Jetta, I would just like to send a special shout out to Chad Lindbergh, who played Jesse, which is one of my personal favorite characters in the Fast and the Furious films, although he only did appear in the very first film, but he still made the role iconic. And there's so many iconic Jesse scenes in the Fast and the Furious 2001, guys, but we'll get into that throughout the course of this video. Getting back to the Jetta. So the Jetta kind of has an interesting story, and I don't mean to give away the movie magic here, but if you guys notice when they go to race wars and he's lining up to race Johnny Tran in his Honda S2000, and you pause the video like right at the start of the race, just before they pull away, you will see that the front wheels of the Jetta doesn't have any brake calipers on them. So that was kind of an interesting thing for me to find out in my research about the Jetta. And then also, what most people didn't know is the Jetta actually featured on a children's television series in the 2000s, because it was bought by a child actor after filming at Wrapped, and the child actor in question is none other than Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. Now, getting back to the Fast and the Furious story of the Jetta, in the Fast and the Furious 2001, the car doesn't actually belong to Jesse, it belongs to his dad. And we never actually meet Jesse's dad in person. We just hear about it when he and Brian go over the designs of, well, the last car I'm going to do a vlog about, but I'll just do like the first part in this video and then just finish it in the last video that I'm going to do. So part one of the story that I'm referring to is when Brian and Jesse are sitting at the computer. I'm not sure if I can't remember the exact dialogue, but I think it went something like, dude, you know, you're super talented. Why don't you enroll in a art school or something? And then JC delivers one of his most iconic lines, which is, man, I got that ADHD shit, that hypertension deficit, which is actually pretty cool, because despite his condition that he has, he still proves that he is a vital part of the team. And then another part of where we see the Volkswagen Jetta for the first time is when they in the scene where everybody pulls up to Toretto's Market before the confrontation with Vince and Brian. So you can literally see, like, for when the cars like pull up and they do the thing where you see like the front part, the 1/4 or just like a little bit of the front part of each car as they pull up to the parking space of Toretto's Market. You can definitely see Jesse's Jetta in there. And the other major part, which I'm going to try and put into this video for you guys, is when Jesse decides to do something rather foolish and he ignores Brian's advice and he puts up the Jetta's pink slip against Johnny Tran in the Honda S2000. And Brian warns Jesse very clearly before the race starts, and he's like, Jesse, don't do it, man. He's probably got more than 100K under the hood of that car in modifications and stuff. But Jesse, being the brave guy that he is, takes on Johnny Tran. And of course, as we all know, he loses. And then, shocked by the loss and refusing to give up the Jetta, he drives away and he drives off, only to later return mid-confrontation between Brian and Domini Toretto. And then he starts pouring his heart out, crying. He's like, Dom, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. But I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to show you guys that entire scene because it is a rather tragic scene. So I will show you guys the lead up and then like a little bit of the car being shot, but I can't show you guys the whole scene. And then it's just then and there where both Brian and Dominic realize that they've got to get Johnny Tran and his cousin Lance for what they did to Jesse. And justice is served, Domini Toretto and Brian O'Connor style. So, with that being said, we have come to the end of another exciting, awesome, supercharged, high-octane vlog, guys, about my The Fast and the Furious model movie car collection, focusing on the hero cars and the feature cars from The Fast and the Furious 2001. Strap in your seatbelts, get in gear, because this is not the last vlog in my The Fast and the Furious model movie car collection vlogs. And as I always say, Harry Dream Chaser!
This is your basic layout of the car, and that's pretty much what it could look like when it's finished. Red, green.
Man, you should be going to MIT or something.
Yeah, right. Now, I got that, what's it called? That attention disorder.
Oh, ADD?
Yes, that shit. Yeah. You know, I was good in algebra and, like, math and shit. Everything else, I failed, dropped out of school. I don't know, it's something about engines that calms me down, you know? We gotta walk.
Jesse, don't do it. I bet you he's got more than 100 grand under the hood of that car.
Uh-huh.
Too soon, Junior.
We hit the room, me and my crew, and it was cool until we bumped into you. Now it's been years, but there you were, like a Mustang, redlining every single gear with a man that danced like he was born in 49, but lost his groove. Back in ancient times, I wanna know are those replacement hips? Is that a Swatch watch? Do you know